Hey, Joe, what team was the fastest ever to drop from AP basketball number 1 to AP 9?
Whew. 4 straight losses for the Tar Heels in basketball. Last night, they go up to the Castle, and it looked like it was going to be a complete walk for the Hokies. And like in what you see in college basketball, the team that's been trailing by 15 or whatever points has that last-ditch gasp of energy. They got things within a couple of possessions, but the Hokies, again, the way things had been moving, got back out to that large lead. It's important to understand that Carolina's losses are with a lot of context right now in December, Giglio. They didn't have Armando Bacot last night. I could argue that in the Indiana game, he shouldn't have played.
Yeah.
I mean, he might want to be the gamer. I want to go out there and be for my team, but if your ankle's hurting and then some weird shoulder issue happened in the game, you might not have played in retrospect. Carolina's problem continues to be offensive efficiency, though. They're just not good offensively. C.L. Brown, your former colleague at the News and Observer, our friend, he had pointed this out early in the second half. Like, I'm calling it because they're working way too damn hard to generate offense. And until Caleb Love can kind of get back into the form he was at the end of last season, it's going to continue to be a struggle for him.
That was another scheduled loss, though, in my opinion.
Okay.
Even with or without Bacot.
Okay.
Going to Blacksburg, Mike Young, in my opinion, now that a certain someone's retired, is the best coach in the ACC.
Mm-hmm.
They have a lot of guys, just like Carolina, they have a lot of the same guys back from last year. Justin Mutz had some kind of game. I think they're a really good team, and Carolina needs to figure out. Remember, last year when they beat Virginia Tech, that's kind of where they really got it going. We talk about the springboard in Durham, and that's true. But when they beat Virginia Tech, that was one of their first good Q1 wins. So that's a tough place to play. You don't have Bacot. Now, the thing about Carolina is, though, at some point, you do need to figure it out.
You do.
And we can't just keep saying, well, it was a scheduled loss. Well, they didn't have so-and-so. Well, at some point you do run out of wells.
Yep.
Okay? I'm not saying they're there yet. They're not there yet. The Ohio State and the Michigan games are going to be big for them because, again, you do need something out of the league, even Carolina, because the ACC is just not that good. And, well, you just lost one of the chances because Virginia Tech and Virginia, to me, are the two best teams in the league. And, of course, they have the 2 shots at Duke, which are always going to matter. But, remember, Duke didn't do anything out of the league either. They did get the Ohio State game in the Big Ten Challenge.